What's going on, guys? I'm BTB and welcome to the Lucky Landing 20 drops. Lucky Landing has a lot of loot and is far away from a lot of people, so I decided to land here 20 times, and this is what happened. Here in game number 1, the big house thing was taken, so I had to land at one of the side houses. I only had to kill one person while I was there, or so I thought, until this another default came over here. And then after looting up for a while, this other default was just right here and I killed him. He was like super easy. I think all these guys were just bots though. Circle closed around Lucky Landing this time, so I had a lot of time to actually loot up. And when this happens, you can get a lot of shield and max mats. There's a lot of bots at Fatal Fields this time. There was like 4 of them. Yeah, like look at me killing another one right here, and there's one more over there where that guy was building wood at. And there I go again, killing another bot. But finally, a real player actually decided to show up for once. This guy had a grappler, so every single time I tried to build, he just kept grappling back up to me. I went down and got him though. It was pretty easy. He dropped a victory crown, so I was really trying to win this game. There was a lot of people at Salty Springs. You want to see all the kills I got? Yeah, that's all the kills I got in Salty, so I decided to stop killing people and just box up. With the victory crown and 11 kills, I really did not want to lose game number 1. I was in a pretty bad spot at the end of the game, but I did crack this guy's shield. Me and this guy got in a little build battle, but nothing really came up out of it. Like, I didn't get to kill him or anything. Then the other guy in the match was trying to shoot my head off, so I couldn't really do anything else. But eventually that circle was starting to push in, so I had to go, and I was in a pretty bad spot here, even though I did kill this guy. Now it was a 1v1 and I had basically no mats and no health, and we were fighting in the storm. Yeah, and then I tried to block him in, but then he kind of just let me shoot him and I killed him. Feels really good to win on game number 1. In Lucky Landing, there's this big building at the very back, and that's the best place to drop. There's a lot of chests, which means that there's going to be a lot of loot. And like this guy, if you don't get a lot of good loot, you're gonna die. And after looting up and getting a lot of materials, I took an ATK to Salty Springs. There was no one at Salty Springs, so I left the ATK there and grabbed this grapple glove. I decided to box up at the top of the mountain right next to Salty Springs. I was really looking for that back-to-back wins. That's until the circle started pushing in. I had to kill this little default. It was probably just a bot, but we're still gonna roll with it. I decided to float around the queue for a little bit just so I couldn't get shot by anyone. Yeah, I floated around that queue for a long time, so now there's only 2 people left in the game. I tried to get hype, but he shot down my grapple glove and I basically was left on the ground doing nothing. But because I was right next to where the circle was going to go, I had the biggest advantage of going up this hill. And I had a grapple glove, so basically no one else could really catch up to me. And yeah, when the storm's a 10 tick and you can't get up the mountain, it's going to be a pretty easy win for someone that's already up the mountain. Back-to-back wins, it felt amazing. But now I was trying to go for back-to-back-to-back wins and kill this guy as one less player in the game. There was this annoying guy in this game who just wouldn't leave me alone. I tried running away from him and everything because I was at like low health all the time. He just would not leave me alone at all. I tried taking a rift to go, and he literally just followed me all the way to this little place. With me at low health and storm coming, I tried running away, but he shot me out of the airplane and I died. Game number 4, there's a lot of people landing at Lucky Landing, so I decided to land on the outskirts of Lucky Landing. That's a lot of landing in one sentence. I decided to go to this little gas station looking thing, which had a little default inside, or at least I thought it was a default until he started building. Bad thing about this game is that I never found a shotgun, so I was basically trying to fight this guy with nothing but an SMG and an AR. And then he did this little shockwave thing, and I thought he just went away, but no, he shockwave back over here and tried to hit me in my head with the shotgun. I just ran away from that fight because there was no way I was gonna fight that dude right now. I ended up going to this junkyard where I got actually a little bit of good loot. I was cutting it very close this game with the storm in my health, but the loot was actually worth it. Then I made my way to Retail Row. No one was at retail, but I did get a really nice laser on this guy at Lazy Links. I killed him. He wasn't really that good at the game. I rifted on top of this mountain hoping that the circle would surround me, but it didn't, and this guy was shooting me as I was trying to go down. I had one chance to hit him, but I missed, and then I died. I landed back at this big building at Lucky Landing. There's a lot of chests here, so you can get a lot of loot. And I only had to kill this guy right here. I went back to that gas station because there can be a lot of stuff that spawns here, and you can farm a lot of metal. I ended up leaving with a really good loadout, and I even found a big pot in this little shack, and then I basically rode around the map doing nothing for like 3 minutes straight. That's until I found these 2 bots fighting right outside of Salty Springs. I killed one of them, but then there was 2 people just shooting at me. I stole this guy's kill, so he's probably pretty mad at me. He and him fought for a while, but I didn't feel like staying, and storm was coming, so I just decided to leave. I was left at no shield after that, but I had to kill this little bot before I could go to Loot Lake. Once I got on top of Loot Lake, I basically did nothing for a long time. I just sat in this box. That's until I decided to get out of the box and missed the most freest snipe of the world. And then I started to panic whenever he started to start building and I fell. My game kept freezing whenever I was fighting this guy too, so I basically couldn't do anything. He went into my box, my game froze, and I died. I mean, 4th place isn't that bad. I was too low to land on the big building, but I did get to land on this one to get a gun. I got a lot of good loot this drop, and we pretty much killed everybody that was here. That's until this guy came here and started spamming us with the gun, and I don't think he realizes that that doesn't work. Once we left Lucky Land, they went to Fatal Field to try to find some people. We ended up finding nobody, but we did farm a lot of mats. I ended up finding this purple rocket launcher. Then I killed a bot that was just standing there doing nothing basically. After that, we took a rifted Dusty Divot. Then for some reason, I decided to shoot my rocket launcher and shoot him with my tack at the same time. I mean, it was cool, but it was just a waste of my health. Then we went to Tomato Temple and I killed this bot. Then people started shooting at us from up top the hill. This battle got a little rough. He ended up getting me all the way down to 3 HP. So we decided to just rift out of there. We ended up making it to the shipping container area. And I found a med kit on the ground, which I really needed. But then my teammate ended up going down, so now it was me versus the other two people. I don't know why I was panicking so hard. They weren't really even that good. I did kill this default though. I got so close to killing this guy, but I just didn't place that wall there, and then I died. I luckily got the big house all to myself this time, and when this happens, you're gonna get a lot of good loot. The drum shotgun was back in the game right now, so I killed this guy with it, and I also killed this guy with it too. There was one more person left in Lucky Landing, so I just dealt with him pretty quick. After I left Lucky Landing, I shot this guy right out of the sky. All I really had to do with this guy was take his wall and then edit it, and I just shot him. He was really easy to kill. Then for this kill, I just did the shotgun rocket trick and he died really quick. This guy just died to the rocket. I didn't even have to shoot him with my shotgun. And it's kind of ironic that I'm the one that also died to the rocket at the end, but still. The game was actually pretty good. In game number 8, Lucky Landing was a hot drop. There was no way I was going to get that one building in this game. But I did get this small building all to myself. I looted up a lot of Lucky Landing before I killed this guy with a Hat of Victory crown. Then I went back into Lucky Landing and killed this guy. I made my way out of Lucky Landing and went all the way to Fatal Fields. Then I killed this guy who was just standing there. He basically just let me kill him because it's probably a bot. The next kill I got was on this guy, and I ran with my ATK before I even killed him. Then I shot this guy with my suppressed AR. I made my way down to Salty Springs where I killed this guy. Then I started getting spam with a grenade launcher. Those things are so annoying. They do so much damage, I couldn't even do anything against it. And then I missed all my important shots and I died. Game number 9 was quick. As I was going down, someone was spraying me with an AR. I got attacked, killed him, but the second guy I did not kill. He in fact killed me. I landed the big house in game number 10, and then I got this nasty headshot on this default. And then for some reason, this default just stood there while I killed him. I didn't really find anybody else this game. I even went down to Fatal Fields to find people, but I just found nobody. I found a baller though, and I basically just stayed in that baller all the way till I got to retail. If I had just finished there, so I was gonna laser this guy, but I missed all my shots, and then he built up. Me and him were fighting for a long time. We were just hitting each other back and forth and back and forth. I slowly placed down a ramp, edited the ramp, and I missed all my AR shots and my shotgun shot and died. I landed on the balcony of this house this time, and I killed this guy just trying to go inside the house. I only had to kill one little bot before I left Lucky Landing and third party this fight. Violence got me what violence gets you, and this guy started spamming with a grenade launcher, which I mean, I've already said I don't like. With nowhere to go, he shot me with another grenade launcher and I died. We're gonna get to the end of game 12 where I got into this meteor. There was a whole bunch of good loot on here too. Chug jugs, med kits, everything. And I wasn't even doing that bad this game. I had a whole bunch of mats, a whole bunch of meds. I was doing really good. And then for some reason, I decided to camp in a box outside of the circle for some reason. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea, but I did it anyways. Once the circle started pushing in, I used my grapple glove to get all the way into circle where I found the supply drop at. And then again, for some reason, I decided to box up right outside of the circle. But then on my third try, I got it. I boxed up inside the circle this time instead of being an idiot and boxing up outside of it. And then I stayed in there until Storm pretty much forced me out of it. That Storm was moving pretty fast and it was doing a lot of damage. And now there's only 2 people left in the game. And then I did the smart thing and I got height early. This allowed me to shoot down on all the other players while they were trying to run into circle. And now it was just a 1v1. And yeah, whenever Storm's right on your back and you have someone spraying down on top of you, it's going to be pretty hard to survive. And I won. I just got to flex the edits real quick, flex the builds, you know what I'm saying? Things were pretty hectic in game number 13. I did shoot this guy in the head though. And then I killed this guy that tried to grapple onto the roof. I found some random meds just on the ground. I didn't even get to take that many of them. I didn't even get to take that med kit before this little default came over to me. I mean, I handled them, but like still. I didn't even get the fully med up before this guy came and tried to take my wall. And yeah, without any shield, you can pretty much tell how this went. I'm gonna skip to the end of this game where there's only 5 people left and I'm camping in this box. Unfortunately for me though, someone shot a rocket launcher in there and somehow he knew I was there. I don't know how he knew, he just knew. Yeah, with me pretty low and 2 people shooting at me, I decided to use a launch pad. And yeah, when that Storm was pushing up behind me, I went to go build battle this guy. Fully boxed him too, but then he actually boxed me in. And I tried to run out and he shot me in my back. I was not expecting him to do that. We're gonna fast forward to when this guy was pushing me with the ball. Me and this guy kept hitting each other over and over again. We kept medding up and everything. And pretty low too until he started pulling out the rocket launcher. And then I missed my one shot to kill him, and then he just sprayed me to death. We're gonna fast forward to the end of this game whenever I'm just camping in this box. That was until I got out the box and some guy was rushing me. I tried my hardest to kill him. I didn't, but he had 18 kills, so I feel like he deserves to win. Here's game 17. Did you like it? I didn't, because this guy would not leave me alone, and I got double teamed the whole entire time while we were fighting. Here's game 18. I only got one kill in Lucky Landing, then I made it all the way to Tilted Towers. And as usual, I'm camping in a box. I don't know why I do this. I just, you know, I just want to win the game. I just want to win the game. It's boring just watching me do this and do nothing else. But, you know, a win is a win, even if I don't win at all. I know I haven't been showing me actually landing at Lucky Landing, but this is basically all that happened. Nobody lands here, and then I just loot up and then leave. There was like 4 people at Salty Springs whenever I got there, and I just killed this guy with a nasty headshot. Then this guy grappled over to me and shot me in my head with a pump. And here we are, game number 20, and it's kind of ironic that I couldn't even land at Lucky Landing. I had to land on the thing outside of Lucky Landing. After I got done looting up, I went to Lucky Landing, and there was just a John Wick just standing there doing nothing. He took a rift, but I, you know, followed him, of course. He was really low. Then I jumped down and sprayed him to death. After that, I left Lucky Landing, and I saw a fight in the distance, so I went to go third party it. I did get sniped in the process, though. They started building up a little bit more, so I shot their structures down, and I actually got 1 kill off of it. Yeah, but then whenever I decided to start rushing them, I missed all my SMG shots, and I died, ending the 20 drops. Well, Fortnite fans, that was my 20 drops at Lucky Landing. This video was really fun to make, and I'm planning on making another one this season. I don't know where I really want to do it at, though. If you liked it, make sure to like, subscribe, watch my other ones, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.